Hey, it's Scribs! I'm making this video study with me session because torsos have kind of been the bane of my existence recently when I'm trying to draw anything, but it's really been like kicking me because I tried to draw some original fan art of Buck and Eddie and I didn't really like how it looked for a lot of reasons. So I'm determined to get it right, and this Thanksgiving break I'm gonna study. I'm a little sick, unfortunately, but I'm still gonna try and talk through it and everything. I wanted to see if my anatomical mistakes were something old that had been going on for a long time and I was only able to recently point out, or if it's a new thing. So I'm going back to look at old art and seeing what the problem is and where did it start. In looking at this old art, I'm realizing a lot of things. One of them being I was making a lot of mistakes and a lot of the proportions are off in a way I don't want them to be. And that also, I kind of get why I was messing up now. It really comes from references, just doing this simplified model of the torso and then not continuing to show the connection really. And I feel like that was like a that was a disconnect in my mind, but I'm getting to see that now, so that's really good. All this work I'm doing is with no reference, just from my head. I'm simply trying to see if I can improve upon the initial ideas I had without using the reference and the study stuff that I'm about to go into. One thing about me recording late at night again is me thinking I need to go to sleep. Like I can draw in the morning, especially because I'm on break. But so I jumped into doing this. I had to blur the reference photos because a lot of them contain like partial nudity or just nudity in general, and that is not something I want to show on my channel. And so a lot of the drawings I did, these were all my 1 minute drawings, and a lot of the drawings I did, I felt very challenged when I did them. I was very worried about the everything of it, to be honest, but I think I kind of did good in the end. I don't know. Feels so tough to describe because a lot of at first when I started, I felt very like I'm not loose enough, and then I started to get the hang of it, and I was like, oh, I get why people do these gesture drawings. It'd be like really fun to do, in my opinion, at other times, but also knowing me and how I operate, I don't know if that's something I want to do all the time, but you know, it's not. It's not. It's more fun than doing the full-time practices, is what I'm realizing, which I feel so weird saying. But like doing the other practices, kind of felt a little bland, a little boring. If I'm being totally transparent, so that was like another interesting part, I think. There's some wide angle poses I decided to do, and as soon as I started doing them, I was like, oh boy, why did I add this? But then, like, afterwards, I was like, okay, this is not the worst thing in the world, and I am being a little bit dramatic about it. But it was okay in the end. How do I say this? I don't know that I absorbed any of the information. Like obviously I think I did way better than I usually do when it comes to drawing torsos, but at the same time, like if you were to ask me about the placement, or if I was to do it on my own right now, I don't think I'd be any better off, unfortunately. I don't think it's like anything to do with the references. I think maybe because I'm sick and everything feels really muted. It sounds like such a weird reasoning, but no. When I'm stuffed up now, this didn't used to happen. I think it's a side effect of my tinnitus, or tinnitus, however you say it. well, the thing where your air rings an ungodly amount uh, for no reason other than to torture you. Because it's not hearing loss. I have a really sensitive hearing. So yeah. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Why do I draw the sculpt like that? Sorry, I'm always drawing while I'm doing a voiceover. But yeah, so I didn't really know if I absorbed any information at that point. I'm trying now to see what I can figure out about art and everything, and shoulder positionings, so that I'm able to better understand the art, because this was really fun to do, but again, like I said, I just don't know what I absorbed and what I didn't, because I think I felt so like caught up in what I was doing that it was just like, this is so fun, you know. I wasn't really thinking about anything else but the fact that I was having a good time, and so that's why we're at where we're at now. I think a part of me is kind of like disappointed, because what I really want to do is to catch the mistakes the way I've been catching all the other ones, and this doesn't feel like it's come to that area yet, which I guess is fine. Like, that's bound to happen, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm being too hard on myself, but it also feels like such a weird failure, or like such a weird thing to skip over, to not be able to draw torsos. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like torsos are the like second thing you start off drawing after what's this thing called? The head? What's this thing called? Yeah, like after the head, I feel like you start drawing torsos, right? And you start drawing torsos and making those shapes, like the basic shapes that everybody tells you about, and somehow I feel like that part of it I just skipped out on. Not really, but like at the same time, yeah. I don't know. It feels a little weird. I feel like in the past I had felt weird about my art and stuff, but I felt like it was for a different reason. I don't know. I felt like it was the body and the proportions. Yeah, it was that. What felt extremely weird about doing this last practice is that at first I was unsure of myself and I didn't really feel confident in what I was doing. I felt like I was making a lot of mistakes and that things were not going so well. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, this is it? It's been that this whole time, and I've just sucked. And it kind of felt like, dude, like, you were lying, you know what you're doing. But also at the same time, I think I did always have trouble with this, and then I just didn't know how to conquer it. I feel a lot better. I think I'm gonna continue to study as I do more drawing sessions. Hopefully I get to draw tomorrow just for fun, maybe even traditionally. I haven't drawn traditionally in forever. I haven't drawn my original characters in forever. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to start learning how to do Cobra Kai / the Karate Kid fan art, which is a whole another can of worms that I don't need to be doing, but I think I'm going to. So maybe that's what'll be happening instead. Yeah, I still need to learn how to draw sitting poses better, so I have a sitting pose pack that I can study from, and I'll try to do that. And yeah, I don't know, but I had a lot of fun studying these poses and thinking about the simple shapes and building on top of them. I'm keeping that big basic block shape for the head as I do these random references and everything. And yeah, I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time and like took away something from this. Tell me how your Thanksgiving went, and yeah, let me know what you're gonna ask for Christmas. I'm hoping to do some Christmas related drawings next month for my characters. So bye.